1970 WOCA. Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Have you ever been behind like one of those RVs? And they have a map on the back of the RV, a map of the United States, and some of the states are colored in, and some of them are not colored in. And well, I was following this guy one time, and I went to the gas station, and he was in the gas station. So I asked him, I said, well, does that mean you've been to these states that are colored in? He said, hey, I got it on my bucket list. I'm going to go to every one of those states before my life is over. And I said, wow, every one of those states. Is Hawaii on there? Oh, it's right over here. I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm going to go there. I said, but you won't go there in this. Oh, no, but I put it on here.
That's right. That's right.
So I thought, I don't have a bucket list. I need a bucket list. I need to have things I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. Now, what I'm telling you, this story is probably 30 years old. So I'm guessing in the last 30 years, this man probably went to every state and then some, right?
Yeah.
I haven't done that. I need a bucket list, right? Then I'm reading about another guy who says, you know what? You don't have to do all that stuff. He has another kind of a list. It rhymes with bucket, but it starts with F.
Yes, he does.
It's the
love it.
The F-it list. All the things you can skip before you die. Kevin Pryslak has come up with this funny idea. He is a humorist. He's an advocate for rescuing dogs, too. That's not funny. That's kind of cool. But the book is what we're going to focus on, and all things you can skip before you die. Kevin Pryslak. Good morning, Kevin. Again, on the air now.
Good morning. How are you?
That's a funny topic. Wow. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you get out of Brooklyn a whole lot?
A little bit. I go into the city every once in a while.
Into the city. That's not exactly getting out of Brooklyn. Okay. When
you read my book. Does it seem like I get out a lot?
No, I don't think we got the book. Did the book come?
No, the book's en route, so we did not receive the book yet. It is en route, though.
But I grew up in New York, so I know that everybody wants to get out of New York, and everybody who doesn't live there wants to move there. So it's kind of a funny thing, isn't it? It's kind of an irony.
Yeah, well, I still haven't gone on the cyclone yet, so that's something else to do in Brooklyn soon.
So
I saw somebody's arm fell off a couple of years ago. So.
Oh, really? Sure. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can I ask you this? Is it okay to ask you your age? How old are you?
57.
57. So you're about our age. I'm 61. Robin is 62. And so at this age, a lot of the things we might have had on a bucket list, let's say 20 years ago, we might not be that interested in anymore. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so basically I went to a college reunion and everybody was talking about all the stuff they wanted to do, and really none of it seemed interesting to me. So that's how I came up with this idea. It was like, everything they're saying that they want to do, I have zero interest in doing. Like, who would want to go to Mars? It makes no sense.
I'm with you. See, this is, oh gosh. I said, can we get Elon Musk on the phone? I want to ask Elon Musk, does he know there's no water up there?
Right.
What the heck? So let's talk about the list. How did you come up with the list? I mean, it must have been a funny idea. And then when you decided to make a whole book, were you burdened with, oh my gosh, I got to come up with more stuff?
No, it was basically I went to a bunch of my friends and I said, hey, what are the things that are on your bucket list? And I just started jotting down things out of their bucket list that I had zero interest in doing.
Like?
And so that's how I had no interest in joining the Mile High Club. Zero interest. I mean, you've been on an airplane. It's filthy.
I don't get that either. Yeah, the Mile High Club. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to see if I'm going to disagree with Andy. So far, I'm one.
Do you know how much airborne you'd have to take?
Yeah.
But what if you were on a plane? Okay, you're talking about a regular plane. Like, what if you were in Donald Trump's plane, though? That looks like it's got a lot of room. You might be able to pull it off there.
Yeah, but I don't have enough money to fly private.
Okay. All right. Because I think
I'm not sure I want to be on that plane.
All right. So the Mile High Club is off the list for you.
I'm not volunteering for SpaceX. That's another one. Zero interest in doing that. Like I said, I don't want to die.
No, SpaceX. Okay.
Nudist colonies are really big in Florida, though. What do you think about them? I mean, you hear about the nudists all the time doing, giving blood drives and all that stuff.
That's actually on my list, too, of things that I don't want to do. I have zero interest in going there for personal reasons, let's just say.
You don't go there. They do promise more vitamin D.
Yes, they do.
When I say personal reasons, I think you guys could put two and two together.
Certainly.
I'm not so sure what it means.
Certainly, you don't want to be photographed there because,
Exactly.
Oh, is that what it is, being photographed?
Fun. You just don't want to be photographed in there.
Can you imagine going to a news place and then somebody says, "Hey, is this you?"
Another thing that everybody seems to want to do is climb Mount Everest. Something that I really do not understand, because if you do go and you actually do succeed,
you could die.
You're gonna lose your fingers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to the point like when you go out to dinner with your friends, you're like, "Hey, I climbed Mount Everest," and they're gonna say, "Oh, that's great! I can't believe you did that." And then I'm gonna say, "Hey, would you mind cutting my steak because I have no fingers left?"
But the Mount Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know somebody who says, "You know what? I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro." Oh, I know a lot of people who've done this. And I say, the one thing you don't want to say to them, when somebody says, "I've climbed Mount," you don't want to say, "Gosh, I guess it's easy. Everybody's doing it."
Yeah. Don't want to say
you
that.
don't want to say that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have no interest in climbing. The only thing I really want to climb is up the steps. That's about it.
Yeah, you went
and
from...
I don't really want to do that either.
Some people like to keep up with the Joneses. Is that in your book about not trying to keep up with them?
Yeah, I have no interest in becoming unfortunately at my age, I have no interest in becoming a millionaire and keeping up with anybody. I just like to stay home and hang out with my two dogs.
The book could change that, though. This book could change that. You could make $1 million from this book.
I could. It's not going to change. It's not going to change my reasoning, though.
No.
I am who I am. Do
you want to know? I did a bucket list item of mine, and it's right in your own neighborhood, because I grew up in New York, but I never walked over the Brooklyn Bridge. Mm-hmm. So a few years ago, Robin and I went to New York, and I told her that, and so she said, "Well, let's walk over it." So we did, and that was a bucket list thing for me. So I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that too. It's not that rewarding, is it?
Well, it was for me.
I thought so.
Because how many times have you done it? A lot or just a few?
I've done it twice.
See, and when you grow up there, you don't think about. You don't go to the Statue of Liberty. You don't go to the Empire State Building. You don't walk across the Brooklyn Bridge.
Because you grow
Can you
up
believe
there.
I've been to the Statue of Liberty one time in my entire life. One time.
But that's because you live there. Same thing with me. But when you move away, everybody says, "Oh, have you ever done this?" And I go, I never have.
Mm-hmm.
No, it is interesting. I went one time. It was kind of like somebody was like, "Hey, you want to go to the Statue of Liberty?" I was like, "Oh, sure." that was basically the only reason why I went.
Well, what do you think about the Thanksgiving Day Parade up in New York, the one sponsored by Macy's?
Yeah, no, I know all about that one. I'm afraid. I mean, you guys saw what happened. Somebody got hurt. One of those.
The tethers.
What do they call it?
Yeah,
one of the tethers fell on somebody. I got no interest in that.
Yeah, but somebody got hurt walking across the street too, and I bet you do that all the time.
I do that, but I mean, it's not every day that you see like a big old SpongeBob SquarePants going down the street in a float boat.
No, that's what I want to do. I want to be the guy holding the rope. I want to be one of the guys holding the rope in the parade.
So when your arm gets tired, you can just let go?
Can I? Do they let you let go? I hope so.
I mean,
I hope not.
What if we all got tired at the same time?
That's a very good point. But no, if I want to go to the Macy's Day Parade, Thanksgiving Day Parade, I'll just watch it on NBC, CBS, ABC.
Did you see that
every channel that broadcasts it.
Did you hear the mistake he made? He called it the Macy's Day Parade.
Yes, that's how come I was careful.
We don't celebrate Macy's.
Oh. Yeah, it's the Thanksgiving Day Parade. The Macy's 4th of July fireworks is what I got to confuse with.
When we're on the local levels, we have a lot of ribbon cuttings and open houses. What is your opinion about doing that? Is that on your to-do list or your not to-do list?
No, I mean, I'm not Dustin Diamond from Saved by the Bell, so, I'm not like one of those old-time actors like Chachi that goes and cuts ribbons. I know that's what they do here in in Brooklyn, right? It's like they get the old has-beens. They come in, they cut the ribbon.
Yeah.
You know, no interest in doing that.
Gotcha.
Maybe if this book goes to number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list, I will do that. I will go and cut a ribbon for anybody you want in all of Orlando.
Why were you so passionate about writing a book like this, opposite of the bucket list?
Because that's just my personality. I'm anti everything. So I figured, you know, obviously my personality is one that if you want to do something, odds are I don't want to, just because you want to.
Oh.
Do you actually have a friend? Do you actually have a friend who wants to bathe in the Ganges?
Yes, I actually do, and it's the most disgusting thing on the planet. Like how I said, you need to take airborne when you go on an airplane.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want to.
On in the Ganges.
I wouldn't even want to bathe in the Hudson.
That's actually very true. I don't know if you haven't been to New York in a while. But
I was just there.
I
was just there.
You were just there.
I mean, a month ago. Yeah.
The Hudson River, literally, you could get like if you have like a bowl of cereal and you're out of milk, you could just go in the Hudson River because there's like milk bottles floating. Just grab one, pour it in.
That's
probably not expired.
I didn't see any. I know the stories though about the the body disposal. The body disposal stories.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's like whatever you see on Law and Order, it's actually true.
How about walking through Central Park and taking one of those carriage rides?
Oh, that's
I've actually done that before, and it's literally the most boring experience in the world. You're sitting there, and it's kind of like.
Yeah, but there's there are some things you do for other people though. That's a girl thing. Girls like to do that.
Yeah, no, I did it with my girlfriend at the time. We both looked at each other like, really boring.
Is this funny?
This is a great
and
book.
the horse poop is just nasty.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I laughed at on your list. We don't have the book, but they sent us a list. The coffee enema. Yes. Why does anybody want to do this?
Yes.
I mean, there's a different Robin that made that quite popular. Robin Quivers on the Howard Stern show.
Oh,
does coffee enemas?
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Why would she do that?
It's bad enough going for a colonoscopy.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that fad a few years ago where people were getting these? They were getting cleansed, and they would actually look at the tube.
Oh yeah, that was disgusting.
Yeah, I think you're talking about colonics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my gosh, what were they thinking? Why would they do that?
It was disgusting.
Because they wanted to see a Snickers bar come out from they were 6 years old.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, this is a funny book.
What do you think about going to opening night on theatrical productions or the movies themselves? Do you want that to be in your book, like you don't want to go there, or do you find that exciting?
Well, I've actually done that before, and it's I'm not going to tell you what show it was because it would be rude for me to do that. But I don't know if you remember Law and Order. Jerry Orbach happened to be sitting next to me.
Wow.
And I fell asleep on Jerry Orbach's shoulder. True story. True story, not even lying. And then I woke up, and then I look at him, I go, just wake me over when this crap is over.
Oh.
And I fell back on it, and then afterwards he said, you could be the funniest guy I've ever sat next to. It's because it literally was the most boring show on the planet. And then you're sitting there, and you got all these celebrities there, and everybody's up clapping, and that everybody hated what they just saw.
Are you doing stand-up comedy? You would be wonderful to have this as your theme for stand-up comedy.
No, I'm just I don't get out much. Like I said, it's not my thing. Stand-up comedy, I can't take humiliation. I could write it down.
That's the problem.
I'm like, what? I could be like a ghostwriter for Chris Rock or something.
Yeah, but you'd be so funny.
That's the Larry David. That was the Larry David story. He's funny just like you are, and naturally. But you get up in front of those jerks in a comedy club, and all of a sudden they're harassing you and making you feel like you're not that funny, and right? Isn't that the problem?
Yeah, but you're a funny guy.
I did the whole improv thing where you would like Chicago, Second City here in New York, Chicago City Limits. I mean, where you would sit in a group and you would do like whose line is it anyway, And I just found the people that did it were so creepy. Like, I had an older guy that was about 70 years old. He was in my group, and at the time I was about 40 years old, about 17 years ago. And the guy was, like, coming on to me, and I was really caught off guard. And so I look at everybody, and he puts his arm on me, and he's, like, flirting with me, and I look at him, I go, come on, Dad. I look at him, and I go, come on, Dad. I don't want to have this discussion again.
Oh, no.
And I walk away, and, like, the whole
funny.
class was laughing just because I just felt so uncomfortable with this random guy hitting on me for absolutely no reason. It was kind of like, you guys are playing at the park, and all of a sudden this guy starts... Now, there's nothing wrong with being gay or any of that kind of stuff. It's not my thing. It's not on my bucket list.
Right.
But if that's what someone chooses, that's fine. I was not expecting a hand to be on my shoulder.
Well, you are so great. You would be absolutely... I will come see you at a comedy club. Because you are
nice,
really
Robin.
funny. It's you. Not many people make me laugh, and you do.
Thank you, Robin. I appreciate it.
It's true.
Maybe one day you and I could sit next to each other and get a coffee enema.
Oh, my God. And that's on your list. He doesn't have it on his list to get one, just with you.
We all already have an invitation from a lady that comes and does promotes colonoscopies for the three of us to go and do it at the same time. Coffee Enema and a colonoscopy. Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if you've had the pleasure of having a colonoscopy, but
pleasure.
You haven't had the pleasure? The only good thing about a colonoscopy is, like, you're guaranteed to lose 7 pounds before you go and have your colonoscopy. To get the prep is more brutal than the actual colonoscopy.
Oh my!
You ask me.
Wow.
But yeah, so
right,
you guys got to buy the book.
Simon and Schuster is your publisher. So congratulations.
Well,
no,
thank you. No, they're the distributor for the ebook version. The publisher is Viva Editions.
Oh, okay. So they didn't put your picture. They put a picture of the book, but I see your name, and it says author image unavailable. Did you not go for the photo shoot?
No, it's not. No, I told you I don't get out much, and I don't want anybody knowing who I am. While Robin thinks I'm funny,
I do.
Some people may not. Some people may not.
It says, "Are you a fan? Find out about new releases by this author." Well, I can't even see your picture. It says, face it, life is short, and who has the time to see 1,000 places, read 1,000 more classics, or see 1,000 movies somebody else deems essential? Here's a list of 101 things you should never bother with from the fiendishly clever mind of Kevin Pryslak. It's called the F-It list. Actually, it's F-Bucket-C-K. That's how they're spelling it on the cover of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to know why we had to spell it like that? I'll tell you why we had to spell it like that. Is because it was supposed to be, some like a number sign and an at sign, but Amazon, if you type that in, it will not show up. The book will not show up because they're not Amazon, the $1 billion company that can't get symbols right in titles. So that's why we had to call it that.
Okay.
Well, there are a lot of people out there that'll spend a lot of money to go to other countries and do things like running with the bulls. What is your take on that?
Yeah, on Sunday at about 2:00, you should turn on NBC, and you can watch Running with the Bulls, because that's the closest I'm going to get to it.
Oh, my gosh. Do you have anything at all on your bucket list?
Do I have any? Yes. Get more sleep.
Get more sleep?
Oh. So your dogs keep you up at night? They insist to go out to go to the bathroom and stuff?
Tell me about the dog rescue. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
It almost seems like that wouldn't be somebody like you, rescuing dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's just everybody has their passion. I love dogs, so my 2 dogs, who will, I know they mention them, but those are fake names because I'm very protective of my children. And so no, I rescue dogs. Occasionally I'll get up to like 7 or 8, but I have 2 that really stay with me, and then we find homes for them. That's something that I'm very passionate about. So that is my one. I never had children, so they are my children. So that's the one bright side to me, is that I love dogs.
Well, they're really lucky to have you.
Cats are a different story, but dogs are good.
He doesn't like cats.
Well, by not trying to be funny, you really are a funny guy.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you.
All right. So there was a video this morning of a boy petting what looked like a gigantic stingray.
Yeah, huge.
And I'm thinking, and Robin thought the same thing. Where are the adults? This kid could fall in. That stingray could, do him in, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's you're looking at it like you're supposed to be thinking, "Oh, isn't that cute?" And you know darn well that the kid could fall in and die any minute. So, do you have anything like that on your bucket list? Do you want to swim with the dolphins or go into a shark cage?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a bunch of that is covered in the effort list. The swimming with the sharks. I don't know why anybody would have that on their bucket list.
No, I don't.
You living in Orlando, right? You guys know all about the sharks.
Oh yeah, they're here.
Oh, you can swim. Yeah, but at SeaWorld, you can swim with the stingrays. And and that's what killed that guy, the crocodile hunter.
Yeah. Crocodile hunter. Yeah. Mr. Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin, right.
Were you this way growing up? Were you contrary every time your parents wanted to take you on a vacation, or did you go and were disappointed?
I don't want to go.
No, I was kind of. I went on some vacations. I went to Disney World. I'm probably the only kid that didn't enjoy himself at Disney World. Those characters, when I was 6, I remember going to see Mickey Mouse, and it freaked me out because they were so big.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. I didn't take my kids till they were older.
Yeah, you get like this complex, and then you got to wait on lines, and it's just. Who wants to deal with all that stuff?
Yeah, my son was into the Ninja Turtles when he was little, and so he wanted to go see them so bad. I think they were at Universal Studios. So we went there, and the Ninja Turtles were scary to him. He's like, oh, jeez. But April O'Neil, not bad.
No, she looked good to you in that
April O'Neil. I mean, my son couldn't care less at that time, but I said, let's see these Ninja Turtles a little more often.
Yeah, no, the Ninja Turtles were great. Raphael, I don't know who your favorite Ninja Turtle is, but
April O'Neil is my favorite.
That's your favorite. I did have a turtle growing up. I did have a turtle. That's what got me into the rescue. I found a turtle in the pond and I rescued it, and shortly thereafter it died. So not to bring anybody down, that's what got that's what got me into animals. In fact, a great story is I had a bearded dragon lizard. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but you think it's a tiny little lizard.
Right.
They grow up to be literally like a foot, and it's kind of like, what did I get myself into?
Oh, wow.
Right.
And my lizard. This is how crazy I am about animals. My lizard got sick, so I took a lizard that literally is about a half a pound to go get some x-rays.
Oh my gosh.
And the lizard had some rare disease. And unfortunately the lizard passed away, but he passed away in like a very good way. Like he was well taken care of. And the most interesting thing about it is the next day I got a book literally sent to me in the mail, probably by somebody trying to be a wise guy, about how to save your bearded dragon lizard. And that's when I kind of became into the whole rescue stuff. So the only thing I like are animals minus cats.
Yeah, they are pretty
I love cats.
And snakes.
I don't like snakes either. No, thank you.
And alligators. Alligators scare the crap out of me.
Well, you don't want to come back to Florida then.
No, I go to, actually that's the one place I go to a lot, is I go to Florida a lot. When it gets too cold here, I go to Boca Raton like every other East Coaster. We wind up either in Boca, Orlando, or Miami, or Key West, right?
That's our good areas.
That's our spot, right?
Well, I think
Kevin Pryslak's a Jewish last name, so there's only 4 places that we go in Florida. So,
Kevin, you are funny. Robin is absolutely right. Thank you for being on the show with us. Good luck with the book. Let me give the listeners a website. Oh no, let you give them a website. What's a good website?
VivaEditions.com. VIVA Editions, EDITIONS.com.
Okay.
But we got to get you guys some books, and if your audience wants some books, we'll be glad to give them some books as well.
Oh, that
and Robin, a coffee enema is coming in the mail for you.
Oh no!
but you have to you have to do me a favor, right? If I send you a coffee enema, we're going to make a deal right now. You're going to try it on air.
Oh! I don't think Joe would
Kevin,
think
we
that's
got to
a
go.
good idea.
That was funny. We'll be right back.
In Pat O'Neill,
right.
Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton spending their last full campaign day in several states. Michigan's one of those with its big batch of millennials.
It's a demo that both campaigns have struggled to win over. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump will both hold rallies in Grand Rapids, and President Obama and Chelsea Clinton will hold a rally on the University of Michigan's campus in the final hours to energize voters.
Fox's Matt Finn. Several aftershocks reported in Oklahoma after last night's 5.0 earthquake, damaging some buildings in the town of Cushing.
The damage ranges from broken windows to facade being broken.